I'd like to start off this video by apologizing to someone who watches my videos, comments, gives me good input, and sent me this wonderful gift. It's James with Time Flies in the Shop. He sent this to me in January. I made a video on it. I found out today while I was cleaning up my old videos because I needed the space. I was being careful to not delete something I needed, and I found that I had never posted this video. This was from January. I'm a bonehead. Well, anyway, today's the day to make amends. I am attaching or following this announcement is the video that I made then. Thanks again to James, and I hope you understand. I'm just playing catch up now. I'd like to start off this video by sharing something with you I received in the mail today. Out of the blue, wasn't expecting anything. But James with Time Flies in the Shop, watches my videos and comments on them regularly. And sent me a note with it here. And he said he came across this in an estate sale. I know it's not a tool, but I feel it's something that you could add to your old-timey ice-related collection. And it's very, he thought it was very neat because it's got the original box and documentation. James, it's just really nice of you to think about me, and I appreciate you sending this to me. And yes, I do like it because I've got a lot of different items. In fact, I've got some new ones on the way to add to it. I know everybody's not excited about my ice tool collection, but I think it's unusual, and I don't see any others like it anywhere on the internet. So I don't know. I'm sure I'm not one of a kind, but put together a pretty nice collection. I enjoy it. Anyway, James, knows that I collect ice tools and related ice items, and here's what it is. First of all, it's in the original packaging. Here's the box it came in. The way things used to be labeled. And, but it's the original package. I don't know what year it was, but I know my mother had one that she used to defrost our freezer and our refrigerator. Once we got into a regular refrigerator after the ice box. And I'll tell you about it and how it works, but first of all, here's a picture of it, and what's really neat about this is, here's all the original documentation. This is the way things used to come. You don't see it nowadays. They send you to a website to look the information up, or they print something the size of a postage stamp and something I would never be able to read even with a magnifying glass. Ridiculous. And they do it in 8 languages. But, it's got a caution, just like everybody cautions it. It says don't, set it on anything plastic. It's hot. And so that's one. And then there's all the warranty information. There's a warranty card, and they used to put this in products instructions in a warranty card. This one is just great. It tells you all the directions. And what you did with this is you had to fill out a warranty card and send it in. You fill out your information and you mailed it. This is actually a postcard to mail. You just put a stamp on it and you mail it. In fact, I've operated a stamp route from the time I was a young kid all the way up through college, and ran a stamp route. And to mail a postcard then, which was started back in the 1950s, it was 2 cents. Things have changed a little bit. And a letter was 3 cents. Things have changed a little bit, hadn't they? And it tells you, all the directions on what to do. And again, cautions, and then 3 easy steps for best results. But that's another item that came with it. And then there was a card. And this happened. I had this on another product. A person who packed it signed it. They signed their name and number 349, which I guess was their number that was assigned to them as an employee number. But I don't see, well, there is a date on here, 12. Hold 1 second while I check it out. The person signed it, and it's dated December 3rd, 1963. So they put a number on it, a reference number, and signed it with their name. People took a lot of pride in what they did. And part of what they did was they put their name on it. And if something was wrong, you could go back to the person in the factory who, packaged it and put it together, and, ask them if they had a complaint on it. And you could talk to them about it if you were the employer. So, anyway, something's really nice. Something really nice to have, all the original documentation. And oh, by the way, here's the product itself. And you can see it's just a heating element. It's got the little heating element inside that circular piece, and it's got, of course, the protective case on it here. Little plastic feet. And you put this in, you set it in your freezer compartment, because the old-time freezers, they all frosted up. And if you didn't get to them, for a long time, they would fill up a big solid piece of ice. Your whole freezer department would be nothing but a chunk of ice. So you had to turn off the refrigerator every couple of months and let it set. And you put this heating element in, and it says put it in, you plug it in. It's got a 2-prong plug, old-timey 2-prong plug. And then you move it in position every 10 minutes. You don't leave it just in one spot. So you move it around through the freezer department, and eventually all that ice would melt. And we had to put a big tray down in the front of the refrigerator, because all that defrosting would drip down through the refrigerator compartment, and then, of course, run it all over your floor if you didn't have something to catch it in. And also, after a while, you could get in there and it would loosen it enough where you could scrape off big pieces of ice that had formed in there if you let it go long enough that you had solid ice rather than just frost. So that's the way you handled. And this is a neat item, James. I thank you so much. I don't have anything like it in my collection, and I know about it because my mother had one and we used it when we did the defrosting. So I remember using it as a kid. Nice item. Super of you to send it to me. Thanks again.